right down to 2 bars of battery as soon as I turn the camera on. Look at that. Alright guys, what I'm going to try and do is show you guys how to set the valves on how to set the valve clearance rather. Off camera I have turned this over, and this engine does have good oil pressure. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to bring the piston up to top dead center when both valves are closed and the piston's the whole way up. Now with these, I figured this side would be the easy side because the spring for the spring-loaded valve covers is actually stuck up. So what you do, you pull it up, and you can look in the shop manual, but I'm pretty sure it's 12 thousandths. That's actually going to be hard for me to see. Actually, I'm going to have to pull out a light so I can see, so I'm sure you guys need it. And 12 thousandths goes through real easy. I was also, before I got the camera out, I couldn't remember if it was 7/16. Yes. So what you want to do, to decrease the valve clearance, you turn it counterclockwise. To increase the clearance, you turn it clockwise. As far as I remember. So, what I do is just get it to a spot where 12 thousandths is tight in there, which I'm nowhere near that yet. Yeah, can I tighten or something on these? The other thing you can do is run them up till they touch, which will also work. See, right now it's touching. I actually picked the exhaust valve up just a little bit. Okay, I still got no clearance. See, now it's real snug. The reason I'm telling you to do this now is it's a whole lot easier with the fan shroud, all the air ducts off, and the manifolds. So that's a real tight 12 right there. I'm pretty sure this style does not have the jam nut on it to tighten them, near as I can tell. I want to double check myself because the newer style with the square covers, they actually take 2 wrenches to adjust the valves. And there's 2 small screws in order to get into them. No, there's no lock nut. There's supposed to be a lock nut, aren't there? No. So that's all there is to adjusting the valves. I'll do the other side here, and I'll get the manifolds and put the head on, I guess before I get that far, I might as well show you guys how to time the magneto, because right now is as good as time as any. You guys saw from the previous video, I got that Fairbanks and Morse going. So right now, we know the piston is right at top dead center, or it should have just fired. So what you want to do here is set the lines up on the magneto where it had just fired. And I might have to adjust this coupler because I had a Wyco on here before. So we'll see how it is. Because they're actually really far off, I think. Yep, not. Yeah. Unless I can run the regular Wyco coupler in there. Let me see if that works. This is the different style. This is for like a Bendix, old school Edison mag. This is for a Wyco. And maybe Fairbanks was designed to have this one. I'm not sure. I'm actually, like I said, I haven't messed with too many Fairbanks and Morse mags. So if we put this on here and everything lines up hunky-dory, which seems like it'll be okay, I would say. Normally this wouldn't be such a problem, but getting the bolts started on this particular machine, because these holes were retrofitted, we'll say, in the block, or in the transcasting, can be quite interesting to get them lined up, but if you're lucky, once you get the first one started, and the second one should be a fairly easy cakewalk. There's actually two holes drilled down here. There we go. So you're one of two choices. You can use a real stubby 9/16. Hopefully you guys are actually in shot here. I'm not paying attention. I might have just been talking to the wall about nothing. You guys could kind of see what I was doing there. But either a stubby 9/16 or a ratchet wrench 9/16 works good. You don't have to pull the wheel. In my case, I'm going to go with the stubby because it was accessible, and I know from experience on this one, due to the older style casting, it wasn't designed to have mag bolts front to back. You cannot get a ratchet wrench on them very easily. So that's something to keep in mind if you're switching between like a 40s L and perhaps like a, you know, like a 70C or something along those lines. While they are the same, they're slightly different. The other thing again with this one, since the holes are custom drilled and a little bit larger, is I'm trying to eyeball and make sure the mag is straight on with the coupler. Otherwise it'll wear out that fiber coupler pretty quick. I've never actually done it, but I know it's possible. Okay, I got both bolts tight here. I don't know where that spark plug went that I dropped. Right here. Now the old set the timing by eye method here is you're going to spin the engine the whole way around. And right about the time it's supposed to fire, if the impulse is working, should fire right at top dead center, which I wasn't paying enough attention. This one's firing slightly after. So what I'm going to do, I'll take the 1/2 inch wrench. This coupler needs adjusted in a little tighter anyhow, so let's see if I can get this broke loose. The timing is a little bit different between, different between a Wyco and a Fairbanks. Because I had this set for a Wyco before. Now would that timing work? Probably, but you may get a little bit more flame out the pipe and everything. So I'm going to slide that forward so it's fairly snug, and then I'm going to rotate it a couple degrees there. And you just need to snug it back down, at least for testing. So now you just repeat until it's right at top dead center. I was sleeping again, I wasn't paying attention. Just a touch after top dead center, so interrupt just a hair more. Now the one thing I will caution you guys on is make sure, whatever you do, if you're going to be pull starting this machine, make sure it is not firing before top dead center. Otherwise, it's a good way to break your finger. Ask me how I know. That's real close. I think I'm going to let that alone and see what it runs like. So like I said, off camera here, I'm going to get a exhaust manifold on here. Get the head on. Clean the oil up out of here yet. And I'll get the intake on. And I haven't decided if I'm going to make a vid about the carburetor or not, but that's for next time, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody later. Okay, first time spinning over with the head on and see if we got any compression. Intake valve's leaking a little bit. Yeah, I think once we get her going there the first time, I think it'll be good. So. Plus, I still got to adjust the intake valve yet too. That could be the problem. So.